Okay, I wanted to read you, Reggie, a Facebook post that Billy Garland posted a couple days ago. And I just wanted to get your reaction to it because I know I have my thoughts, but I really want to hear yours. And I'll put it on the screen so people can read it as well. But what Mr. Garland said was Detective Russell Poole of the Los Angeles Police Department, who was leading the investigation into Biggie Smalls' killing, but was blocked. The department couldn't afford the scandal and started to discredit him. He discovered evidence possibly alleging that the killing of Tupac and Biggie was related to individuals of the LAPD's off-duty police employed by Death Row for security. View The City of Lies featuring Johnny Depp and Forrest Whitaker. There's a lot of typos in there. He put closet film to the facts, but I think he meant closest film to the facts. Just wanted to get your take on him trying to promote that movie.
Yeah, I just wonder what is, I'd like to see the question. I don't know what the question is that made him write that response. Other than maybe he's just trying to shit on Greg Kading for whatever reason. But why would he care? If somebody killed my son or my daughter and I didn't have the balls to go and handle it, and somebody else had the balls to go and deal with it, because they would love my son, that motherfucker, or my daughter that motherfucking much, those motherfuckers will have a picture in my house somewhere. I'll have those motherfuckers up on a mantle. They'll be motherfucking right up under Jesus Christ in my house. If I love my son. If every time I got to talk about my one son, I got to talk about my other kids. Vlad over there talking to him about Tupac, and he got to bring up his daughter that just died. Now, I understand you got to do that as a parent. But he did that over there when he did an interview with the groupie. He kept wanting to talk about his kids. Only thing he had good to say about Pac is that I picked Pac up when he was about 3 or 4. And Pac blamed my other son for peeing in the bed. That's all I remember him saying. Nothing positive about Pac. Just that he was pee-pee baby. Man, Billy, if y'all ain't got what Billy Garland is doing now, he's a motherfucking sperm donor, a motherfucker that did no more than went and sat in a motherfucking clinic, jacked off in a tube, and then it was inserted into a mama, and now he want to have an opinion.
Okay, Reggie, we always talk about sensitive topics, and in particular like Diddy and stuff like that, and it just kind of reinforces how important it is to have a good lawyer. An injury could bring you millions of dollars if you have the right team on your side. That's why I'm proud to bring Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They have over 1,000 attorneys in all 50 states ready to help you if you get hurt. Your injury could be worth millions. Morgan & Morgan don't settle for lowball offers. They fight for every dollar you deserve if you become their client. Just recently, they achieved some significant verdicts for their clients: $12 million in Florida, 34 times the highest insurance offer, and $26 million in Philadelphia, which was over 40 times the highest insurance offer. With Morgan & Morgan, there's no upfront costs and there's absolutely no fee unless you win. It only takes a few minutes to log on the website and see if you have a case. If you've ever been seriously injured, your case could be worth millions, and you're just a few clicks away from seeing if your life could be changed. It's easy to start your claim now. You can go to forthepeople.com/bomb or scan the QR code with your cell phone's camera in the corner right now.
If y'all want to give people opinion like that, then fine. Go ahead. I had a daddy all my life, so I don't know how it feels to be always wanting a father or a mother in my life. So I can't say. But from a person that had a parent in their life all the time, I don't care if it's a stepdaddy or what, or somebody that was a figure or a mother's figure in your life than a motherfucker that I haven't seen since I was 3 years old? Do y'all know the real reason why he had to drop and settle that case for $1 million? Because he was going to trial. That shit was going to trial. And his own family members, Billy Gordon's own family members, came to court and gave depositions to Donald David and them, to the state attorneys, that Billy got letters that Afeni was trying to reach out to him when Tupac was like 10 or 11 years old and wanted him to help out. You know, he always tried to say, oh, they got lost and all that. His family members said they got the letters and Afeni was trying to reach out. He didn't want no part of Tupac's life then. He didn't want no part of Tupac's life until he driving his truck down the street and see that his son, or Tupac Shakur, is on a movie set. Now he's a groupie. Now he want to be a part of his life. But hey, that who opinion y'all want to listen to? But why in the fuck is he talking about the Biggie case? Why? I can't say. I didn't see the post that John just read. Maybe somebody asked him a question about just Biggie specifically. But my response would have been, my son was in war with him at the time. And those people felt like they were retaliating in response to my son's death. What's Snoop Dogg and them new songs say? What's the name of that new song that the only one I like, y'all? I'll be saying thank you. Thank you.
Hey Reggie, so this Facebook post, it wasn't in response to anything, it was just him putting out a statement. Oh, okay. And I clicked to read the comments, and he actually did a post right under the original post, which I'll show the screenshot, but he says, Reggie Wright Jr. telling security that they were supposed to leave their guns in their rooms or trunks. The same Reggie Wright Jr. who is allegedly a federal informer that my son fired a week before. Don't need no rocket science. Plus, Pac had gave notice he was leaving death row, and they knew dead artists shit sells. Allegedly, the government, the LAPD, the Las Vegas PD, allegedly all partook in the assassination. Shit, I'm 75 and I call it like I see it. Reggie Wright always accompanies night, always except that night. Now try to tie up the loose ends by charging Keefe D 27 years later. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Okay, all I can say on that is listen to this. Here's your hero, Frank Alexander, what he said about the person who told him to leave the guns.
The after party was at Club 662. In this particular time when I got to Vegas the night before September 6th, on September 7th, we had a meeting at this attorney's office. And at this attorney's office, his name was George Clinesis, something like that. And we were told by him, this attorney, that we couldn't carry our guns and this and that, you know, blah, 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 to the club that night. And it was three of us, like Michael Moore was one of them, myself, and Al Gittins, who is still with Snoop to this day, said, no, we carrying our guns. We're gonna, we worked it out to where we were gonna carry our guns, but we were gonna have to leave them in our car while we were inside the club. Okay, and that's how my gun ended up in my car and not on my person that day. And I didn't have time to get my gun because my gun was on the other side of the valet where I had parked earlier that day. And when Pac and Suge was ready to go, they were ready to go. You know, and I couldn't get to my car. I had a SL 500 also, you know, at that time, and I couldn't get to it, so I didn't have it.
Listen to what Frank said. So he can stop listening to people. Ask him who his roommate was. Ask him to call his roommate Kevin Hackey and see what Kevin Hackey says about this now. The person that he had to stay with when he was out there. Kevin Hackey don't believe that shit. He not letting motherfuckers that had no part of his life influenced them. Where you learn this from, Billy? So Keefy D's my pawn? But y'all listen to what Frank got to say. And that should end that story. Reggie Wright ain't told nothing. That's just a myth that's out there. And if I was fired, like everybody want to keep saying, why was my security with him? Days later. Why? That's the funniest shit. Why? Why? Tell me why my security is with him if we fire. Keefy D's my boy? Keefy D's a patsy for Reggie Wright? Damn, y'all give a nigga a lot of juice. Wish I had as much juice as you niggas want to give me. Keefy D hates me more than any of you motherfuckers that's on this YouTube that hates me. Trust me. But this should clear this up. If you hear this, Billy, listen to what Frank had to say. Did you hear what Frank said? Did you hear it? Can you hear me now? Peace.